Hey everyone, welcome to day 13 of the Soul Mode Challenge. I'm so proud of you. So if you did day 12, you just did some kickboxing and I'm pretty sure you're feeling quite sore. So we're gonna get in just an upper body stretch. You can do first thing in the morning to get you going, or a really great thing for you to do at the end of the day to kind of just stretch out before you get a good night's sleep. So the first stretch we're gonna do is a chest stretch. So we're gonna go into our area where we have our kickboxing bag, or if you don't have a kickboxing bag, you can go inside the door frame. So you'll bring your elbow inside, let your fingertips reach up, straight up, and we'll want to create a 90-degree angle inside the elbow crease. And then kind of turn your body away from the elbow that's up. So my right elbow is up and I'm gonna look over my left shoulder. And I'm pushing into the bag, or if you're using the door frame, you can push into the door frame just slightly. So you're getting a nice stretch in the shoulder, the pec insertion, maybe even a little bit in your biceps. Notice what's going on here in your hands. We'll want to avoid clenching or making a fist, and we'll want to avoid letting the hand fall forward. We want the fingertips straight up. So just a few more seconds here. Roll the shoulder back. Let the chest really open one at a time. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we'll do both sides, of course. So we'll switch over opposite way. Draw the elbow in. I'm going to show you another way to get the chest to stretch with blocks. So if you did the chest stretch inside the door frame, go ahead and do that on your left side. Or if you've got your yoga mat and you've got blocks, you can go onto the blocks as well. So you'll stack the blocks one by one. We'll create a nice space to sit into on your knees. Put the elbow inside and then lean through the blocks. And same thing here. My left elbow is going to be on the block and I'm going to look over my right shoulder to open up and elongate. So let's do about 20 seconds here. So choosing your method to stretch into. Fall into the stretch in the chest, the pec insertion. Allow the shoulder to roll back. Fingertips are up for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So you've got 2 different options there that get the same stretch. So for our next stretch, we're gonna get our back. So we're gonna bring our hands to the top of our kickboxing bag and lean through the arms. You can use the back of a chair here, or of course, you can always use your blocks. So same idea, hands onto the blocks, knees apart, let the hands reach through and let the head fall through into the biceps. So choosing which one works for you, holding for about 10 more seconds. Both are awesome. Maybe try both. See which one you like better. For 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So let's get our biceps to stretch now. So we're going to bring the hand into a fist and then tuck the thumb inside the fingertips. If you use the door frame, go ahead and use the door frame. It's kind of hard to get this one with the block, so I'm going to use the bag. So I'm going to press the bag in towards this, what they call a big donut. We're gonna press that in and then elongate the arm, look over the opposite shoulder. We're gonna get our bicep to stretch here. Really allow the thumb to pull in, kind of press into the bag or the door frame. Focusing on your breathing, I hope. I've done 3 stretches and I'm already sweating, so let's go ahead and switch it over opposite way. Draw the thumb in, find a nice rotation, gazing over the shoulder, sitting up tall, deep breath, for 3, for 2, and 1. Awesome. So let's get the triceps now. So we got the bigger muscle groups, now we're working into the smaller ones. So for a tricep stretch, we'll bring the hand back behind, middle of the shoulder blades. Opposite hand gives a gentle pull onto the elbow. Standing up tall. Option here to do both at the same time, pressing the hands, creating a little more yoga move involved. But if you're isolating, let's stay here for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Isolating, left hand back. Pulling back, allowing the hand to really reach towards the middle, allowing the elbow up for the sky, nearly there. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do a few shoulder rotations. Pull back. If you notice any crunching, what we call Rice Krispies inside, little crunching, that's okay. It's just some scar tissue. Let's work it out. A few more shoulder rotations, going back, opening the chest, getting nice good posture here. And roll forward. Almost there. For 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So let's get in our hamstrings now. 3 muscle groups for our lower body. Hamstrings, feet together, forward fold. We know this in yoga, right? Hinging at the hips. Allow the crown of the head to roll down. Slight bend in the backs of the legs. If you're feeling comfortable and you want to turn this into a little bit more of a yogi move, let's use our yogi grip. So peace sign fingers wrap around the first and second toes, allowing the palms to point in towards each other. We want to avoid allowing them to point out. So roll them in, hook around the big toe, first and second toe, and then bend at the elbows if you have any slack. Allow the elbows to point to the right and left sides of the room, not front, not back, but even. You've got north, south, east, and west here. Allow the crown of the head to point down. If you've got your yogi grip, or if your fingertips are flat, either way, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale back down, forward fold. And inhale, root to rise, roll up 1 single vertebrae at a time. Nicely done. All right, inner thigh stretch. Taking our staggered stance, we've done this one before. It's important to work the inner thighs, stretching out the inner thighs, because this really contributes to our hip mobility. So staggered stance, toes point slightly out, kick the hip over and bend at the knee. Get a nice inner thigh stretch. Avoid leaning into the bent leg. We don't want to do lunges today. We want to lean into the straight leg. A few more seconds here. You can do this seated. Say you have a chair. Here's my pretend chair. We're going to kick one leg out, lean into the straight leg. I like to do it standing though. I feel a little more balanced. For 3, and 2, and 1. Switch. Kick the hip over, bend the knee, straight leg. Nice, gentle pull. Check out the alignment of our knee. We'll want to make sure that the knee isn't bowing in or out or jetting over the toes. Keep the knee even over the ankles. There we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last exercise / stretch, hip flexor stretch. So remember this one, if you do standing version of the hip flexor stretch, go ahead and do that one. If you're doing the kneeling down version of our hip flexor stretch, get into that one. So we've done this before, we're keeping it even. One day isn't necessarily enough. I like to do these stretches every single day. First thing when I get up, when you're brushing your teeth, hip flexor stretch. Brushing your teeth, adductor stretch, the inner thighs, getting those to stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Take it over opposite way. So if you were standing, go ahead and do standing on the opposite side. Kneeling down, we'll get that one just the same. Stay balanced. Leaning forward, hips tilting forward, squeezing the glute in the back, drawing the navel in and up, keeping our posture, lengthening through spine, finding stability for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. So that's it. You did awesome. Thank you for joining me in day 13, easy peasy. Tomorrow we're gonna work on yin yoga and a bit of meditation. So join me, and I am sending you lots of love and hope. Namaste.